Hey guys, welcome back to Matlock's Toy Room Reviews, and today I have another Star Wars pack. This is a Clone Wars pack, which I really don't buy too many Clone Wars figures. And to tell you the truth, I never really watched the show. I think I watched one episode of Clone Wars and it didn't really kick with me, so I don't watch it. But this guy just always seemed cool to me. This is Cad Bane, and it comes with his droid, the IG-86. Like I said, I really don't know anything about the character. Just a really cool looking figure that I wanted, and I found this at Target. This is a Target exclusive, but it was on clearance for dirt cheap. It was like $3 or $4. So, picked it up. There's a little bio there. Both of the figures. I would have liked to find that pack right there. Those two guys look awesome, but fortunately we didn't have any of those. This was made by Hasbro in 2010, and it does have the battle card game inside. So let's take a quick break, and we'll get these two out of the package. Alright guys, we got these out of the package. First off, the battle game. They each have their own card. You got Cad Bane and the IG-86. Very cool. And of course, another die. And the figure stands. Very cool. And the cards slide in the back. It's very awesome. I like how they each came with their own stand and their own card. That's pretty cool. I guess let's start with the IG-86 droid. Just said it was an assassin droid. Comes with this pistol, blaster, or whatever. Pretty cool looking. Let's take a look at him. Kind of a strange looking droid. A weird looking body, but pretty cool. On his back, it almost looks like there's like he's supposed to be holding something, like something will clip into those little parts, but nothing he came with does, so not too sure what that's about. That just could be a design thing, I guess. Very cool articulation on him. He just swivels at the head. The whole shoulder piece rotates. There's also a ball joint inside that piece. Kind of a, the swivel joint at the elbow as well as the back and forward pivot. And then the hands are actually kind of cool. Like the outside kind of moves around and can grasp in. It's kind of weird. Like I said, just a really unique droid. He has a swivel at the waist, back and forward swivel at the hip, as well as the ball joint on the inside of that too. It's got like a little notch for that to go into. You can move the leg outside of it, but then there's a back and forward knee joint, but it's kind of crazy is that knee joint can go back and forward, so it's kind of crazy. But he has a swivel at the foot and a little bit of a back and forward pivot at the foot as well. And he even does have his peg holes at the bottom of his feet, so that's cool. This guy I found I had a little bit of trouble standing him without a stand. I always try to stand them without their stands and see how they do. Naturally I got him to stand perfectly right there for a second, but yeah, I definitely had to work with him for a little while to get him to stand upright. But let's look at Cad Bane. First of all, his hat is removable. Very cool. Mine had a little bit of a mess up on the back, or it might have been the front, not sure, but I made it the back since it's messed up. Very cool, and of course it comes with a rifle. Get that out of his hand. Very cool looking rifle. This one's actually pretty decent. I was just about to complain about the the new Star Wars figures. The figures are pretty decent, but their weapons are really crappy. It comes with these two pistols down here, sidearms, which are just junk. Aside from the sheer tininess of them, this is, my finger, look how tiny this thing is. You can see it's all bent up. They're just made with softer plastic, and surprisingly enough, this one's actually detailed. It's painted silver and it's got the wooden handle. So I'm surprised they went to the detail on those. But the quality of them, they're really crappy as far as I'm concerned. That rifle seemed pretty nice though. It's a little bit of a harder plastic. It's got some cool detail. But those can be just kind of hit and miss with these new figures. For the figure himself, he's just really cool. He's got a really cool design. Like I said, I don't know much about the character or anything, but it's very cool. It's not too often that there's a character I just know nothing about that I'll pick up just because it looks so cool. And this guy's just one of those. It's very awesome. He's got his overcoat, just kind of a harder rubber, but it's still flexible. Articulation on him. He does have a ball jointed head, a ball jointed shoulder, looks like a ball jointed elbow. That's it on there. No torso joint. And he has a little bit of a swivel at his waist, but really I guess the overcoat kind of blocks it, so he doesn't do much there. Back and forward pivot at the hips, and that's it. That's really lame. He doesn't have, he has these really thin legs and just doesn't have any movement in there. His ankles don't swivel, no knee joints, nothing. That's pretty crappy. Definitely not a well articulated figure. Like I said, he looks pretty cool. Definitely one that I wanted to get just for looks. But, you know, like I said, I picked this up for a steal. This was a, you know, they were giving these guys away. Not a lot of people bought them, I guess. We had tons of them at my work. But anyways, a decent pack. Like I said, for the price I paid, it's definitely worth it. But, you know, for the 15 bucks it was originally asking for, I'd say pass if you're looking online. Unless you're just a big fan of the character, completionist, you gotta get it. Then, you know, naturally you're gonna get it no matter what. But, yeah, that was the Cad Bane and the IG-86 Droid. Thanks for checking them out, guys.